Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. It is your girl Simone Nicole, back at it again with another video. So in today's video we are going to be doing my long awaited puff tutorial, my high puff. I've gotten so many requests to do this. People ask me all the time about how I do my high puffs, so I figure I would just give the people what they want. So that's what this video is going to be today, a nice little quick toot. I'm sure that you guys have seen countless tips and tricks on how to do high puffs, but I would like to offer some advice on like how to style it if the front of your hair is heat damaged or if you just have some unevenness in your puffs. So I figured I would add to the 1,000,001 puff tutorials on YouTube because, you know, I like to give the people what they want. Now, before we get started in today's video, we have to do our subscriber shout out of the day. And today, the subscriber shout out of the day is going to go to my very good friend, Adolphus. He has been subscribed to me since the moment that I started my channel. He is such a supportive friend, such a supportive person. And I just wanted to take this time to say publicly thank you to you for watching, for supporting me both privately and publicly. And if you don't follow him on Instagram, which you probably don't because he's a complete stranger to you if you're watching this video, make sure you go over to his Instagram. He is such a dope guy and he comes through with the looks. So make sure you go follow him. And again, thank you so much for supporting me, friend. Alrighty, let's get straight into the tutorial. Okay, so I had to change the angle up a bit on y'all. And also, if I mentioned this in videos before, my closet is broken. It's gonna stay broken. They can't fix it because I moved my bed over to accommodate so I can have more filming space, so they can't fix it unless I make my filming space smaller, which isn't gonna happen. So we're just gonna act like that isn't there. For this tutorial, I actually have had this for a very, very long time. I think that these start out as pantyhose, and I just cut one of the legs off and then made one of the legs this. I just tied it. It's looking a little navy on camera, but it's actually black, and I've had it for years. It has stretched out a bit, so I do have some closed bobby pins to get it as tight as I want it to. Then I just have, you know, a brush, a little comb, edge control brush, and then for products we are going to use the Shea Moisture Manuka Honey and the Yogurt Hydrate and Repair Multi Leave-In. I like a spray for my poof because this is very, very old hair and I like to use a little bit of spray to moisturize it before we start working on it. And then to actually slick the hair up, we're going to use the Mio Organics Pomegranate and Honey Twisting Souffle. And then for a little bit more hold, we're going to use the Style Factor Edge Booster. And this was kind of arbitrary. I'm only going to use it if I absolutely need to, because when I'm actually doing my puffs, I usually stick to creams instead of gels because I don't really like a hard hold. But I figured I'd be a little fancy for you all. So this is an old braid out. I think about a week old or so at this point. So we're gonna see what we're working with. My hair was just up in a scrunchie, and I always wear my hair pretty high up on top of my head, like especially when I'm sleeping. So my hair naturally falls up into the little puff. So like I suspected, because I haven't taken my hair down in like a couple of days because you know, quarantine and all, my hair is feeling pretty dry. So we're gonna take that Shea Moisture and we're just gonna spray it not only on the top but also on the back. Okay, once I feel like I have worked that in pretty well, I am going to take the curling or the twisting souffle and I'm gonna take just a little bit of that, not very much, work it in pretty good, and then I'm gonna use that to kind of smooth all the sides. And then I'm gonna take just a tad bit of the Style Factor and just use that primarily on like the, you know, the kitchen part of my head and the sides and front, but the style factor is primarily going to be for like the back part of my head. Before I put my hair up, I kind of like to go through and pull it out like so that I can make sure that my results are as big. Oh, had a bobby pin in there. Whoopsie. So I can make sure that my results are as large and in charge as possible. And then I'm gonna take my ponytail holder, stocking, pantyhose, whatever you want to call it. Oh, before I forget, also, I like to have little pieces down. So I'm gonna remove those. Oh, I forgot to mention, I also have my water spray bottle. Before I started using this, I would use a spray bottle to get my hair more malleable. Ew, malleable? More malleable. We're gonna just brush only, we're not gonna brush where the curls start. We're only gonna brush where we need to smooth out the back. So we're never, ever, ever gonna bring the brush up into the curls. Okay. Now we're gonna take this and we're gonna roll it up, right? So we're gonna start here, make sure everything isn't, no hair is caught inside of this. And then what I actually like to do is that I'll pull it kind of like a rubber band until it is as tight as I want it to be, right? You see how it's like slowly gathering? Okay. Flip that, boop. And then I still have a little bit left. So what I'm gonna do is tie it like that, like cross it over, and then tuck it. And then that's when the flat bobby pins are gonna come into play and help us out. You don't want to use open bobby pins because they don't have as much pressure to hold it in place, and you don't want for your stocking ponytail thing to be sliding around because it's gonna mess up your puff. And then from here, I will just go through and figure out where my hair is looking a little flat, where it's looking weird. And I do not care about definition when my hair is in this state. The reason why I put my hair up in a puff now is because I don't want to deal with it, and you better believe that I'm not about to go through and just define each curl. I could for the sake of being on camera, but I mean, this is realistic for what I do. And I actually haven't done a puff in a good minute. In a minute, my hair is going to be too long to go up in a puff, and that's kind of going to be crazy. Remember how I mentioned that puffs can be used to kind of like disguise your heat damage or whatever you have going on? So like pieces like the one that you see right here, I don't know if that's heat damage. I don't know. It could very possibly be. I'm going to take the open bobby pins and I'm going to use those to hide things like that, and then just pull other pieces of hair out. And like that is hanging a little low for me, so I'm gonna do the same thing with another open bobby pin and just kind of tuck that in. So I believe I like the shape. I'm now gonna go to work on, oh, we lost the side piece, y'all. It's okay, I'll just bring her back out. She can't be tucked in that sec. So usually I would take just water, but since this is sitting here, I'm gonna use the Shea Moisture to help this, my side pieces define. These are also heat damage, not gonna lie to y'all. They're not too bad. When I like first hop out of the shower, they'll spring up pretty good, and they've gotten better, but they are a little damaged, but it's okay. We still gonna love them anyway. And then for y'all wondering like, how's your hair heat damaged? Like you barely use heat. Girl, my edges are so sensitive to any form of heat. Like all around here is so sensitive to heat. So I'm used to it breaking super easily. It just is what it is. So just something I've come to accept, that if I put any form of heat on my hair, this is gonna take the first hit. Okay, so now we are going to work on the baby hairs. My favorite thing to use on my edges is the Eco Styler Edge Control, but specifically the crystal one specifically. I don't know, this one just doesn't flake on me. The other ones do. I like different Eco Styler gels for different reasons, as I'm sure like all of us do, but this one is my favorite for my baby hairs. And I really like using the comb. For me, that was kind of like a game changer with my edges, is stop using, like no longer using the brush and only using like the comb sides. And I particularly like the small comb side. And then since so much of my hair is down, I don't do a whole lot to my edges because you can barely see them underneath all the hair. So I'm just gonna repeat that same thing on this side. I also would like to publicly address, I do know I don't have baby hairs. I have edges. I don't know, some of y'all is lucky and got baby hairs, but I feel like them got burnt off when I got my first relaxer and they just never come back, child. All right, so now one that's done. So we're gonna bring the puff back forward. Y'all, I promise if I wasn't on camera, I wouldn't even care this much about getting it to be symmetrical. I actually don't care anything about my puff being symmetrical at all. It's just like when you look at it on camera, you're kind of like, so I'm trying to get it to all look, you know, uniform, but my hair is really long now and it just don't be happening like that. So I usually just let my hair do whatever, but for the sake of the video, I wanted it to be as together as possible for you guys. Okay, and that brings us to the end of the video. I hope that you all enjoyed and learned a little something. And that is it for now. If you guys have any video suggestions, please make sure that you leave them down in the comments. Again, thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you are not already subscribed on your way out, and join the family. We really have the best people. I promise you, if you go through my comments, nothing but positivity, I will tell ya. So you might as well join the family, become one of the nice girls, and yeah. Please remember to keep positivity in your life, because positivity breeds positivity, and we have no more time for negativity in 2020. Please stay safe out there. Stay inside. Wash your hands. Don't touch your face, and stay healthy. I will see you all in the next video, which actually is going to be, oh my God, conveniently on either side of me. You don't even have to try to watch my next video. Just click it. Click either one of them. I teach good lessons. All right, don't unsubscribe.